Friday sports card activity in the world and maybe offer a few comments on what we see. Alright, what's up, everybody? We're starting to get some folks rolling in. Anand, Cinnamon Roll, Nicholas Vrubka, Rody Strong coming in from New Hampshire. Alright, one of my former New England neighbors over there. Good to have you, Reaper. Cards always checking in here. Not Mr. Moon. I don't know if not Mr. Moon has missed a stream yet, so good to have him here. Trying to get my headphone cord situated so it doesn't harass me. Okay, there we go. Alright, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Hey, Logan. Marcus, Wilson, and Hales. Alright, so one thing I did since the last stream is I changed the white balance on my camera because it was like, I don't know, it was off, it was some wacky, and I got this new light which is pretty powerful, but it's like, you know, a specific color temperature, and I changed the color temperature, or the white, you know, the white setting for the camera to match the color of the light, and now it should look a lot better, more sort of natural than before. So hopefully that's coming through for y'all. I don't know if it looks less blurry. You know, people were saying things looked blurry before, and I don't know if, you know, I don't know if the crappy lighting made it look a little blurrier than it actually was, or I don't know if my camera was having trouble focusing, but hopefully it's all good. Logan Silk asking about Black Friday sales. Yeah, good question. My Black Friday sale is, you tell me what you want on this stream, and I'm gonna go price it at Black Friday pricing. We'll see if it works. But yeah, I have been thinking about, I don't have time lately to do what I want, but what I was thinking was, you know, putting together some items for Black Friday. But yeah, I haven't yet managed to do that, so I wish I had my double bubble gum here, but it's not in this office, so gotta go with the Orbits. No, Orbit. And Andrew says, who's my current favorite player? Honestly, I have no idea. I don't follow any of the current players, so I really don't know if I could name a favorite. You know, I didn't even realize this until I was looking at it today, because I ordered this box like, I don't know, a couple months ago, but I didn't even realize this is a 2021 box. I thought it was going to be 1920, because it was like cheap on sale, so I figured it was kind of older stuff, but it's 2021, and I know 2021 Upper Deck just came out. So, yeah, I don't know, and I know, like, I keep seeing the guy who's the big rookie in that, but I don't think he's in this. I could be wrong, though. Reaper Card says it's hard to get focused when you have a white card mat. Well, now you tell me. You know, I was thinking about ordering a card mat for ASMRsports. Maybe I should get a black one. I don't know, these, at least on my screen, this looks relatively well focused. You get a little bit of glare kind of towards the top because that's where the light is. Unfortunately, I guess I could like move that maybe. Let's see. Well, I can't really move it too much because it blocks my computer screen where I'm looking at comments and stuff. doesn't show up. Is that because I don't have a space? There it is. So let's see. Who's that guy? Wow, does it not even say? Sometimes they say it in the description. Or they don't. Okay, hockey fans, help us out here. Thanks, Blom. Blom Tut. Blue instead of black. Reaper card says, I like that idea. You know, blue's one of my favorite colors. Color's my favorite. Color is gray. Maybe I should get a gray mat. Let's see here. Yeah. Okay. They really don't want to tell us who the top guys in this product are. So we'll have to wait until a hockey fan comes and tells us. The guy on the box here, I've not heard of. Leon Dreisaitl. So it's not him. Gotta go back to the mat here. So is anybody planning to buy stuff tomorrow? Like sports cards or otherwise, I wonder. I am not really planning to, but I may end up doing so. Alright, Ellis. So these are pretty, pretty lowbrow cards. They're not really glossy at all. Nothing fancy, no like chrome or metal or anything. OPG, I think, is kind of like the, sort of low end of hockey products. What's up, White Rice Productions? Yeah, Reaper Cards just mentioned Prism Football. I've seen a few reports of people already finding that stuff in local stores. Not where I am, just like on Facebook or whatever. So here's a blue card. I think that's a parallel. All-Star. Well, I gotta say, these cards are very unexciting. It's a big set, 600 card set. Alright, Anand. Let's check you later, my friend. Yeah, it's pretty late. I was hoping to get online a bit earlier, but didn't manage to get there. Yankees fan, good to see you. My Thanksgiving was good, just had a meal with the family and kind of relaxed a little bit. But I'm the chef of the family, so couldn't relax too much. Nikita Kucherov. Kind of sounds like Nikita Khrushchev. Zach Cassian, so every once in a while it seems like we get one of these with the blue, like this one. This one was an all-star, so I thought it was going to be an all-star, but this one is not an all-star, so I don't know what's going on. We did get one of these OPG Premier. OPG Premier used to be its own, like, set. And they actually did this in, I think they made hockey, football, and baseball. I have some of the old Premiers from, like, 91 in baseball, and they're just absolute trash. Quinn Hughes. So I guess Quinn Hughes would be a second year in this product if it's 2021. Not Mr. Moon wants to do tobacco cards. I don't know what that means. I know you're probably playing with me, but let's see. Reaper it says some people are putting out Prism on December 4th. Julio Suarez's favorite Thanksgiving dish. You know, it's funny. I used to be pumpkin pie. Man, I love pumpkin pie a lot. And this year I just wasn't even feeling pumpkin pie, so I didn't even make one. But yeah, I don't know. You know, and I would say like in my tastes are changing. I guess I used to kind of like love stuffing because it has a very unique taste to it. And you know, when do you eat stuffing? But in Thanksgiving, maybe Christmas, but that's it. So it's like, you know, one of those rare things. These packs are like really rubbery plastic that are hard to get open, and it's bothering me. So I'm gonna go like that. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know. Stuffing, I've just kind of gotten not super excited about lately in the past couple of years. So I don't know. My answer is I don't know. Alright, let's say Yankees fan says just listed some Tatis rookies on eBay, my first ever sales. Think I'm gonna hold on to other rookies from 2019. Interesting. You know, I was just down in my kind of inventory room where I have a lot of my unopened stuff, and I noticed I have a stash of 2019 Topps Chrome hobby boxes, and those are pretty nice for the 2019 rookie class. But I haven't really thought about those much. Not Mr. Moon says T206. You know, it's funny. I was actually just going through my my vintage stuff the other day because I was kind of trying to inventory stuff and create like a spreadsheet of the cards that I have and like what I paid for them. And yeah, I was going through my Ty Cobbs. So that's a red parallel, looks like. Jason Robertson, that's our first rookie, I think. It's kind of a bummer. We're not getting more rookies. Everyone wants rookies, right? So yeah, I was going through my my Cobbs, my T206. And yeah, a lot of them have gone up quite a bit. I bought a bunch of them in a lot. Like, gosh, I'm trying to think when that was. I feel like it was sometime in 2019, like early 2019. May have been earlier, but anyways, I haven't really like paid much attention to any of those cards because I'm not really looking to sell them anytime soon. But anyways, I was looking up like current values, and yeah, most stuff has gone up a fair bit. I wouldn't say it's gone like, you know, crazy. Blue parallel. Oh, look at this. Wow, Nikita Kucherov. Interesting, it's like a little playing card. That's kind of cool. I like that. So yeah, I may have to do a T206 or like a vintage video sometime to kind of go through what I've got. It's pretty fun stuff. Any McDavid second year cards worth anything in this set? Well, I think wouldn't this be like third year McDavid if this is 2020, 21? Because McDavid wasn't last year, he was the year before last year. 1920, that is. And I doubt I don't know, they're probably worth like $1 or $2, but I don't know. Mostly like, I feel like, you know, stars like that aren't rookies are not very valuable in hockey, but maybe I'm wrong. Gizmo Admin says 12 players positive for COVID on the Ravens. Well, that's not good. Yuck, what a mess. Wow, look at this. Look at this. It's like a little piece of a card. You can see that. That's kind of funny. It's got a little crimping on the edge there, so like got caught in the. That's funny. It's like the edge of a sheet. Wow, I don't know if I've ever like had that happen. David, 2015. Yeah, think I have this like quad patch of his from his rookie year. So thank you, WNVP Sugar Plum. Another one of these premieres, Braden Point. Marquee Legends is like a, I don't know if that's a parallel or just a card that happens to be a different color. Alright, well, this might be the least exciting box I've opened in a while, I have to say. I mean, part of it is I don't know what I'm looking for, but that's always true in hockey. But part of it is, there's just not that many exciting looking cards in here, and there's really not that many rookies. So, I think this set is for people who are kind of, completists, and they like to have a nice big set with, everybody and their mom having a card in it. Jansen Harkins, Marquee Rookies, another one of these. I feel like these little playing cards are some of the best looking cards in the set here that we've gotten. They're just unique and, high quality, well done. They look like actual playing cards. Pretty cool. Thank you, Allie Rowland. Appreciate that. Mark Fortin says Basil Peach is probably the worst hobby product. Oh, it's possible. Yeah, well, good thing we're not really looking to make money on this stuff, but I think we still pay attention to what kind of value we get out of products that I break here. So, in that regard, it's definitely a dud. But I did grab this for the hockey fans. I know we've got a pretty strong contingent, at least on the, the regular videos. They're always commenting that they want to see hockey. Shea Weber. Oh, look at that. Number 2, 100. That's pretty cool. Sounds like a black. Unfortunately, it's got a big old ding in the corner there. All-star card. Okay. I was gonna say, so last night, apparently, there was like a period of about an hour and a half where Target had on their website for sale these Hoops premium basketball box sets for $150 that, I think are generally perceived to be certain to be worth a lot more. Like they're pre-selling on eBay for like $400 and $500. What's up, Cole? Yeah, we got your hockey, bud. So I was really bummed. I noticed this fact, which was discussed on Upload Forums, like, I don't know, maybe like half an hour before or after they sold out. I was like, oh man. So hopefully they'll have a little bit more. It's kind of interesting that this product, finally got another rookie, Kiefer Bellows. Cole 99. Nobody seems to know anything about hockey around here, so you gotta let us know if we get anybody good. Yeah, Andrew says it's the worst product. Yeah, we've discovered that, unfortunately. The other hockey product I have a box of that I will be opening on this channel is MVP hockey, which I know is not like great, but I don't know. I was just getting some cheap boxes that I could open up. But it's funny because Upper Deck is really not that expensive, so I should probably just stick with that, huh, guys? Leon Drissettle. I'm sure I'm murdering that name. He's the guy on the box. So is this another black number to 100? It is. That's kind of cool. These all seem to have problems with the corners, though. That's a bummer. My dude, we can see your chats, my friend. Alright, Allie Rollins says, also love watching relaxing ASMR. He did some videos where he has full sets of cards. Man, come back, your comment. He's been sorting out the ones with value and throwing out the rest of the set. I think it's a 1990 set. Okay, cool. I'll have to check that out. You guys will have to check that out. Cole99 says need a McDavid rookie. If you wanna patch quad patch rookie of him, let me know. I got one. Yeah, Andrew. I mean, I know that Young Guns are where it's at with hockey. There's a nice premier rookie, Josh Norris. Again, this stuff I got just because it was kind of cheap. But I will pick up at some point a box of 2021 Upper Deck hockey. Reaper cards. Do you think people are going to go crazy for the 2021 basketball products like they did for 1920? The answer is no. I do not think that they will. I mean, they might initially, just because there are a lot of people. There's another rookie, Martin Kaut. Maybe that's Coat. Kaut. I don't know. So, is this guy any good then, Cole99, if the Oilers are your guys? So yeah, 2021 basketball products, I think are going to be like ridiculously expensive out the gate because people are going to be like, oh, what? Or at least retailers and wholesalers are going to be like, oh, this 2021 Prism basketball hobby box is going to be worth as much as a 1920 hobby box, so it should be priced accordingly. And the 1920 Prism hobby boxes are going for like $2,700 right now. So people are probably going to think, oh yeah, we can sell Prism 2021 for like $1,800 out of the gate. And I think that is insanity because 1920 is such a better product than 2021. That's never going to happen. The 2021 is as valuable as 1920 stuff. Alexis Lafreniere is the guy we were trying to think of earlier. Thank you, Mark 14. Or Fortin. Yeah, Mark, we were just looking at over here. So like you can get a case of Upper Deck hockey for $15.79, which has 20 boxes, although that's retail. So like, sometimes it's tempting to just think about getting like a whole box of that or a whole case of that stuff because it's so cheap compared to basketball and like football. Okay, Cole99 says yes, we should be looking for our friend here. Well, I did pull a card. What, is he Cole? Is he a rookie in this product, or he must have been a rookie last year, right? We've gotten some cards of him out of this. Trying to see if I can find those real quick. That's the guy, right? Leon, and that's actually, this is like, it's not a regular card, it's like an all-star. I think we got something else of him, if I'm not mistaken. there's the base. So I think those are the two cards we got of him. Whoa. Man, that's like the exact same photo. So let's take a look here. Oh, wait a minute. This guy's been like playing forever, so he's definitely not a rookie. Huh. Let's see. I kind of want to see if this guy like slowly got better and better. That seems to be the case. Like his points, you know. Well, not count his rookie year, but like they started 51, then 77 and 70. Then he's up in the hundreds. So, obviously he's been around for a while. Alright, Mark 14 says, gotta find a hobby, I guess, of deck. Oh, we got 3 packs left. Oh, what's this? What's this? Number 1 draft pick bounty. Redemption. Okay, you received a number 1 draft pick bounty card. Okay, hockey fans, tell me what the hell this means. Are these things rare? They're not rare. Look at that. Hey, looks like Ovechkin. That guy's been around forever. Okay. Mark is laughing at me because I got a really good card, I think. I'm happy to be laughed at if I get a really good card. Alright, let's see. I don't know. I don't think you're going to be able to see. Because I can barely see this. Let me see. Jesus Christmas. Alright, the odds of number 1 draft pick puzzle bounty are 1 in 96 packs. And there's, I presume, 18 packs. So it's like 1 in, I don't know what that is, 5 boxes. Or so. So wait a minute, are you guys telling me this is definitely like a Lafreniere card that I would get from this, or because he was like the number 1 draft pick? Is that the idea? Okay, that makes sense. So, okay, yeah, so this stuff came out, I guess, before maybe they knew like who the draft picks were going to be, and so that's why there's a redemption. And that's like the only way you can get a Lafreniere. Okay. Yeah, I think what Mark is saying is this is like redemption for maybe some like subset card or whatever of Lafreniere, and there's maybe another redemption for like a more base card, or like a regular rookie of him. I don't know. I'm liking these blacks, number 200. Mark Shifley. Shifley, I bet that's pronounced. Alright, last pack. Well, I'm pretty psyched we got a decent card, right? I mean, what can you get better out of this? I don't think there's autographs in this stuff. Part of a 9-piece puzzle of a Laffy rookie card. Wait a minute. Okay, that sounded a lot bad. Yeah, I mean, this is clearly like part of, I don't know. Looks like just a graphic if you get like a bunch of these. Maybe it's like, I don't know. Gordie Howe. Oh, I got another one. Man, these cards. Oh, that's kind of a nice one. Cale McCarty was one of the better rookies last year, if I recall correctly. So, every time I've got one, they've like stuck to the card in front of it. highly sought after bounty achievement cards of the #1 draft pick and the da-da-da. See, so if I'm understanding this correct, I would have to get 9 of these effing things and redeem them, which sounds like a frickin' nightmare, so I'd rather sell this to somebody else who's got more of these cards. And, you know, can use mine to complete their set, so... Alright, Patrick Salter, we got another hockey buff here, I appreciate that. Yeah, I knew Makar was good because I opened up a bunch of stuff from last year's sets, and well, not a bunch, but a few things that I, got to remember. I remembered the names of the better guys from that stuff. So, all right, now I'm gonna switch us back over to the web here. So, I want to talk a little bit about the story on Black Friday sales. So normally, blowout cards is kind of where you want to be for Black Friday stuff. However, I think they're not doing like any like special like product deals. Instead, they're just doing like 10% off of everything. However, they seem to have like increased their prices on a lot of stuff before this sale. So the 10% off is not nearly as good of a price as you'd like. What in the hell are Wobbistics, God? What are they? So yeah, I mean, I don't know about blowout. You gotta. It's whether something is a good deal or not is going to depend on what their price on it is before the 10% off. I think some stuff they've got priced a lot better than other stuff. The gifts under $50 is all trash. Let's see what's trending. All right, God, we don't know what you're talking about, dude. You gotta close in. Were you the guy that came on last chat and started like, can you whisper "Sing When I Was 17" by Frank Sinatra? Alright, now I know you're not a bot, thank you. But I still don't know what Wobbistics are. Alright, so this is Blowout, this is Trending Products. Topps Chrome Black, I just ordered some of that from Topps. They had these boxes up for $150 for like the better part of a day. So I snagged a few of those. God says I'm deaf, not a bot. Okay, alright. I still don't know what Wobbistics means. Look at this. Topps 2020 updates down to $75 a box. Plus 10% off that, so that'd be like $60-something a box. Man, did that stuff just go through the floor in a hurry. 2020 Topps Chrome 219, I got a bunch of that stuff. Reaper, I looked at a couple of breaks of the Topps Chrome Black, and honestly, I mean the cards look decent, but I don't know, the stuff that was coming out of there just was not impressive. I think it would be very hard to get your $150 back. So like, if I open those, it's because I'm doing a science experiment for the good of the people. I don't know what I see coming out that's interesting. Well, so that's Blowout. So yeah, I've been looking at their stuff, and there are like 1 or 2 cases of things that I think with the 10% off, and like the credit card points you get from buying through them, and the fact that they don't charge tax and they have free shipping. If they sort of add up to a decent deal, but not like a crazy good deal. So then you go over to David Adams. Logan Silk says, when does Heritage High number 2020 come out? That's a good question. And I don't know the answer. I would think that normally it would come out pretty soon here. I mean, there's only, a week, less than a week left in this month, and then there's, 1 month left till the end of the year, so they gotta get it out soon. And I think normally it comes out maybe like very early December, but I'm not sure. I have bought some in the last couple years, but I can't remember when it came out. I think that product's going to be a disaster, though, because it's not going to include any rookies that came out in 2020, which is like the whole freaking point of it. Although I don't know, maybe they'll surprise us, and it will, but I don't know. I just, it could, right? It could, because there's a later press time for high number than I guess compared to update flagship. So, all right, Mark Fortin says they have Hobby 2021 hockey. I don't think they do. That's kind of the search I did. So yeah, they got the retail. They got like the Series 2 pre-orders, but they got no hobby. So what's up with that? Is that like sold out already? Crazy. Just crazy. Let's see what they got here. At David Adams. Wow, they also got nothing. That's just crazy. I mean, what's the deal? Is there more of that stuff on the way? So these 20-box cases are the retail. This is the retail. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Here it is. Okay, here it is. That's what you want. Upper Deck. Series 1 Hobby. $119.95. $120. So, they got it. Reaper Card says baseball this year was a big trash pile. They messed up the season, and the fact that rookie class was not as good as people projected just drove all the value in the ground. Yes, that is 100% correct. Although the one exception was 2020 Series 1 flagship tops. Like that product actually is still fairly valuable. Let's go take a look at that. Jesus, could you suck any more fucking chrome? Oh man, it's gonna dig through all this nonsense to find the freaking thing you want. I guess, oh, there. Wow, that's crazy. I didn't realize they were selling for that much, but look at these Series 1 of 2020 tops selling for $165. And I kind of want to see, like, what's going on at, so, like, there's $125. By the way, this is a good little tutorial on how you go about figuring this crap out, but so I'm looking at sold listings. So yeah, $125 it looks like. That's with shipping. $125 is what these boxes go for. These Series 1 2020. So that's really good for a Series 1 flagship product. Let's go see what I got them for over at Hot Cardboard, shall we? So I get mine at $139.99. So I can knock that price down. Let me do that right now, actually. Let's see. I'm over on a different screen, so I can. just editing the product page, so let's, I guess, compare it. Well, whatever. So I'm gonna mark these at 124. 99. And then refresh. Sometimes it takes a little while. Sometimes it takes forever. Sometimes it never happens. Jesus. Huh. Wow, I literally just changed that. There it is, finally. Fucking Christ. Alright, let's catch up on comments here. So yeah, I was just reading Reaper Cards' comment about the trashiness of 2020 baseball products. Yeah, and generally I just think absolute trash. Absolute trash. But 2020 Topps Series 1 is probably the kind of one success story, because it was not really affected at all by the late season. Alright, Mark Fortin says a store in Quebec offered $13K for the Lafreniere High Gloss, and the base one is going for $400, so that's why it's sold out. That's weird. Brewer's Pilot says Thanksgiving is sucked for me, so I'm happy so many card channels including here making videos. Well, sorry to hear that, Brewer's Pilots. I hope things, cheer up. Diamond Eye 007 says, yo, what's up, bro? Hope you had a good Thanksgiving. Always glad to tune in, especially those gum chewing sounds. Well, thank you, Diamond Eye. I appreciate it. Good to have you here. Aaron CX 10R says, I have a Tony Gwynn Elite card from the 90s I pulled as a kid. I really thought that thing would be worth something by now. Yeah, no, yeah, a lot of stuff. A lot of especially baseball stuff that was like ridiculously expensive back in the 90s, like those elite cards, are just not worth anything these days. Although, if it's in really great condition, you get a PSA 10, they do have some value. However, I will say that, like in basketball, the opposite is true. A lot of those rare insert cards of guys like Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan, etc., have a ton of value right now. Like the Beam Team stuff. I remember when that was, a current year product, and it was like the hottest thing on earth, and then like sort of went to the gutter for about, I don't know, 20, 30 years. And now that stuff is like expensive again. But as with everything, it's like it's gotta be graded well. That's funny. I just realized you guys can probably see this comment up here, which was actually from the last stream. So those things really last a long time. Now, can I remember how to, okay, there you go. I was looking for how I can show you the comments on the screen that I'm reading. So like, here we'll do Logan Silks. What do you think wasn't good about them? Boba Fett and Kyle Lewis are in most 2020 products. I haven't really got anything but Series 1, so I don't know much about other products. Yeah, so both those guys are in Series 1. Actually isn't, I'm trying to think where Kyle Lewis's flagship rookie is, but it's not coming to me, but I feel like it might be Series 1. And Boba Fett is definitely Series 1. So yeah, so like the problem with 2020 products like Series 2 and Update is that typically what you're looking for is rookies who've made their debut in the current season, but there's a cutoff date by which the rookie must have made their debut in order to get into those products. And this season, the baseball season, started after that cutoff date, so you knew there was like nobody from who made their rookie debut in 2020 was going to be in Series 2 Topps or in Topps Update, and therefore those guys are not going to be in any of the other products like Topps Chrome and stuff. The one exception is Luis Robert, who was in Series 2, basically because he signed a contract, that assured that he was going to be playing in 2020, so Topps went ahead and put him in a set. He was really the only thing in Topps Series 2. And in Topps Update, there was just nobody. There was like not a single effing rookie in there that you cared about. So, that's why those things suck. Alright, Diamond Eye says, would you ever be willing to barter with some of the products you have listed? For example, I have a Luka Doncic rated rookie shock, but don't really care for it as much as I used to. Yeah, theoretically I would. I actually have a couple of those shock rookies, though. So that particular card, I'm not sure I would be super interested in, but if you sent me a scan of it and it looked really nice, I might be more interested. Just because that particular card is actually quite condition sensitive. It's tough to get, really, really nice condition ones. So yeah, if you want to send me a scan of that, or if you have other Lukas, I'd be interested in those, but there's not a whole lot I'm interested in singles-wise except for Luka. But actually today I was just looking at LeBron rookie cards and thinking maybe I should pick up some of those because I don't really have any good LeBrons. Alright, Grumpy Cat Lover 80 says Top Series 1 2021 is going to be loaded with rookies. Yeah. That's the theory. The problem is you don't really know until the frickin' stuff comes out, and that's well after you have to lock in your pre-order pricing. So, it's a gamble. It's a gamble to pre-order that stuff. I think a lot of people were hoping that 2020 Topps Update Series might just maybe get some of the rookies that debuted in 2020 into it, but Topps totally effed that up, and it was basically just the absolute bottom dwellers from the 2019 season that showed up in that product. I think the expectation is that those rookies got to go somewhere, and it's probably going to be Top Series 1 2021, or maybe they kind of keep half the good rookies for Series 2 and or Update. But I think it's fairly decent odds that probably all the sets in 2021 are going to be pretty well stocked with rookies, because so many guys made their debut in 2020. It was just unreal. But I will tell you that I have pre-ordered a very significant number of 2021 Topps cases at a very unfriendly price. So I'm going to get burned big time if Topps lets us down. But that's the risk you got to take, unfortunately. Otherwise, you're not going to get any. Reaper cards. It says, are you looking at Bronze 03 Chrome? Yeah, a little bit. I like the Topps a little more just because it's costs less than a house. But I don't know, maybe like a PSA 6 Chrome 03 would be something I'd want to pick up. I don't know. Alright, Mickle Mike says, Happy American Thanksgiving, or as we like to call it in Canada, Thursday. I appreciate that. It's funny though, I have a lot of business contacts that are overseas, and I didn't really get inundated with emails from anybody from anywhere today. So I feel like a lot of people overseas kind of treat today like a holiday, even if it's not a holiday. At least if they do business with a lot of Americans. Alright. Let's see how many folks we got on here. We've got 30 folks watching the stream right now. Get my keyboard out of the way. Man, I gotta clean my keyboard every time I put it on this mat. It gets like all dusty. I did want to remind everybody that we have a break that is open right now. I'm trying to go back real quick. So this is on the front page of Hot Cardboard, and there's the break page. $150 will get you a 2-team spot in the upcoming premium basketball break, and I wanted to just show everybody again what's going to be in that. I've only sold one spot in that break, and I've got 15 total, so 14 left. So this is 1819 Revolution Chinese New Year. We've got 1920 Chronicles Hobby. Kind of excited to get into that thing. We've got 1920 Optic, Contenders Optic, 6-card box, and one of these Threads premium boxes with 2 autos, 2 rookies, and 5 inserts. So I think it'll be pretty fun. You know, there's theoretically some very large hits that can come out of these boxes. So I'm eager to get those cracking. Happy Thanksgiving, Gabe Cards. Diamond Eye says, curious to see how you think, since you're a very serious buyer and collector. For me, when I buy certain cards at a reasonable price, I do it because I'm influenced by either you or something I watched. Well, don't put too much pressure on me. You know, I'm not that serious. I mean, I guess I'm serious in the amount I spend on stuff, but yeah, there's plenty of people who know way more than me. I just sort of like, you know, go with things that I pick up on and trends and opportunities that I find and hope for the best. I mean, you know, in the market the way it is right now, it's hard to make bad decisions because everything seems to be going up. Although, you know, definitely things have cooled down from their peaks. But you know, you have to make a gamble as to whether you think those peaks are returning. I happen to think they are in basketball. In baseball, remains to be seen. I mean, boy, baseball was really cool in the market this year. But I think next year, if we have, you know, a somewhat regular season, and you know, the products that come out next year are really good, I think the baseball card market could be pretty toasty. Reaper cards. The answer to this question is yes. I do not care if it's a PSA 10. And in fact, you know, for my sort of interest in like higher end cards recently has been in getting PSA 9s, just because I think a lot of the time they're actually, you know, really good looking cards. And like if you look at Luka Doncic cards, I mean, I'm getting exclusively PSA 9s of his Prism rookies in a bunch of different colors. And you know, I don't really want to spend like 4 to 5 times as much for a 10 when I can get a 9 that looks, you know, pretty freaking nice and is that much cheaper. I don't know, I just think that's the smart move for me anyways. I would rather have like 10 PSA 9s than 2 PSA 10s of a particular card. I just think it's, for me, it seems to make a lot more sense. Whether that bears out, you know, financially, we shall see. Diamond Eye 007 says, do you find yourself ever easily influenced, like after watching a documentary or a game? No, I do not, but I think a lot of people aren't necessarily like influenced by that, but they are imagining that others are influenced, and so they're going and buying cards of a player who has a big game or who they know there's going to be a documentary about because they imagine they're going to go up, and it's just sort of a self-fulfilling prophecy at that point. So I think that's what you see a lot with kind of like the market just sort of getting behind certain guys, like, Bol Bol was hot for 2 seconds, like, because he had like a hot, a preseason or pre-bubble, like scrimmage game, and everybody's like, "Oh man, this guy's, the next big thing. Got to pick him up." And I think his stuff is still like pretty expensive. I don't think he really did that great in the bubble. Do I think Melo will live up to his hype in the NBA? Nah, I don't. I'm not a big Melo fan, but I haven't really paid much attention to his game. But you look at his brother, and he was supposed to be really good too, but nope. Monstar says, I grabbed a PSA 10 Fleer Tradition LeBron rookie, but a year ago, not a bad looking card. Yeah, I've seen that card. I like it. I like a lot of these kind of cheaper, kind of like pre-Panini rookie cards of LeBron. I think they're pretty neat, and you can get them in PSA 10 for pretty short money. So I really like those. I mean, if LeBron blows up again, which seems probable, I think a lot of that stuff is going to be really good to have. All right, Reaper Card says, I think with how the market is working now, people are buying 9s more than they ever were, just because 10s are just crazy prices. Yeah, I think that's right. I think that's a pretty popular sentiment. So I think it makes A, the 9s more valuable, and B, it sort of kind of just matches my own feeling about what to buy for, in terms of a 9 versus a 10 of a high-end rookie. All right. So I might check out here in the next like 10 minutes or so. We've been going for just about an hour, and my neck is starting to bother me just from sitting. So, if you have questions, speak now. Forever hold your peace, Diamond Eye. Says, how often do you find yourself buying for your PC, then for something to keep and resell for more value later on? It's funny. It's hard to know what my personal collection really is. I've been buying Lucas lately, but like technically they're not really for my personal collection. I mean, I am buying those to sell later. But I do think like those are purchases that are more like coming from my personal views about the player rather than strictly what I think will make a decent investment. I think when I buy like unopened product, that typically there's one or two guys in there that you're focusing on driving the value of that product. I think those are decisions I make primarily based on what I think is going to go up in value. But if I buy any kind of singles, and as I mentioned quite a few times, Luka's really the only one I'm buying right now in terms of singles, and it's more of like a personal decision, even though I wouldn't call those my personal collection. So my personal collection is probably, I know what it is. It's those, well, I mean, we were just talking about my T206 Ty Cobb cards. I consider those to be my personal collection, and I have a bunch of other like vintage cards too that I think are my personal collection. And then also in that like same sort of box, they're all like graded cards in a box. I put like some Gleyber Torres cards that I've set aside. I put like my Jeter rookie. I put like I have a Soto rookie in there. I have an auto rookie of Soto. I have I think I have some Cunha's in there. So like things I want to just like really hang on to and be able to look at, and not really ever think about selling. And I've got cards of those players that are in my, collections that I plan to sell at some point too. But there's some of those cards I'm keeping, kind of for the long term for my personal enjoyment. So I guess the answer to your question is I really am not buying for my PC often at all these days. If it's my true PC, I mean, the only thing I might pick up is like a Mattingly or something. That's the other guy. That's like the one guy that I truly have in my PC is Mattingly. But I haven't done much with my Mattinglys lately because I just haven't had time. So I haven't been buying much of those, but I have in the past bought lots of Mattinglys. So yeah, most of the stuff I buy is, with the idea of kind of reselling it for a profit sometime in the next maybe year or two. Alright. Maybe do a couple more questions here. Bruce Lee says, is there a sleeper team in the MLB that people should watch out for? Gosh. I would have said the Rays at the beginning of last year, but the cat's out of the bag there. Everybody kind of knows how good they are. I don't know. I mean, the Mets are really interesting. They have a lot of talent. They have new ownership, and we've talked about them a bit. So I would say they could be, interesting, although they have this Robinson Cano development, which is not good for them. But, I don't know. They have Jeff McNeil. They can stick at second base, so he's like the best, one of the probably top 5 best hitters in the league in terms of like batting average and on base percentage. But other than that, I don't know. There's not a lot of well kept secrets in Major League Baseball. I think maybe not this year, but I would say in the next 2 to 3 years, I think the Tigers are very interesting because they're another team that has just a boatload of talent, especially pitching talent. And, they got they have some credible a credible manager now, although he's, a guy who's been tainted by the cheating stuff, but, he's a guy who's got track record, so could be quite good. I think before they just sort of, they had Ron Gardenhire. I think it was just sort of, I don't know, filling out the uniform, and, they were just in kind of rebuilding mode for a long time, and I think they're going to get pretty serious with the talent they've got. But I don't know. It's kind of almost hard to believe at this point because the Tigers have been so, out of contention for such a long time. And then Diamond Eye says another team that I would have said, but I don't think they're like a secret. So I don't think it's a sleeper. But it's the Padres. I mean, good lord, they have some talent, really good talent. They have really good pitching talent that is both in the the 25-man roster and on the way. So I don't see them running out of steam anytime soon. I mean, they may run out of money, but in terms of their farm system, it's looking real sharp, and they obviously did decent last year. And Tatis could be MVP caliber performing anytime soon. And they got Machado, who is expensive and wildly overpriced, but I mean, obviously has the ability to go just ape on the ball. So yeah, I see a lot of upside for San Diego for sure. Right, Rhino Laughlin says, "Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you for cleaning those extra packs." Yeah, glad you finally got that stuff. Ryan ordered a box, and unfortunately there was a mishap with the address on the package, so had to get that in return and then send it back out again. Diamond Eye 007 says, maybe one day in my lifetime they'll win a ring. Yeah, well, I remember not too long ago when they were in the World Series. Unfortunately for them, they lost to the Yankees, which is good for me, but and maybe you were very young when that happened, but I remember them being in the World Series. Reaper Card says, do you mind answering my question? Oh, did I miss a question? Reaper Cards. Oh, okay, I did miss it. Sorry, I totally didn't even see it. There's Reaper Cards. What's your thoughts on people buying sealed wax boxes and holding them for the future? Do you think it'll pan out and the value shoot up like people project in 5 to 10 years? So this is a really interesting question that I think a lot about, because I will tell you, when I first got back into the hobby in 2017, I sort of noticed that everything 2017 was really expensive in baseball, because like Aaron Judge and Cody Bellinger were hot, and I think like Reese Hoskins was hot too, and so like rookies of all these guys were in 2017 stuff. And I'm kind of a value collector, so I went to go look for like what I could buy before 2017, and kind of before like 2016, really, because 2016 I think had some decent stuff, although actually that was like not really valued at that time, because like you have Vladimir Guerrero Jr. was in 2016 stuff. Tatis was in 2016 stuff. This is Bowman I'm talking about, by the way. But those guys weren't like super crazy hot yet, but they would get there. But anyways, like before 2017, Bowman products were kind of like, trash. And especially if you go past like basically 2010 and before, was like you could get these things for like $40 a box. And I was just like, man, it seems like if you go back far enough in time, at least for a product like Bowman and Bowman Chrome and Bowman Draft, like nothing is worth anything, with like a few exceptions. Like obviously the 2019 Bowman that had Mike Trout rookies in it, Mike Trout auto rookies in it, and then 2011 Bowman Chrome, I think had his like rookie card logo rookies in it. But other than those two sets, like everything from like basically before 2010 was trash. Like all the way back to I don't know whatever set Pujols' rookie was in, which is like 2001, I think. So the moral of the story is that like it seems like in baseball, at least, if you go back far enough, like there's only one or two players that can drive value in an unopened product. In baseball, that's Trout. In basketball, there may be more kind of opportunity, but like not really. Like if you go back before, let's say, I don't know, 2011 in basketball, there's a ton of just horrible freaking sets that aren't worth anything. So, and again, with like one exception, which is, Kobe Bryant, and or LeBron, depending on what years you're looking at, but like every other set from before like 2011 is like just kind of trash, and the unopened stuff is not worth anything. Although it's funny because like I say that, but after the COVID blow up of the market, a lot of that stuff does have a lot more value now, because it's got like second, third, fourth year Kobe's, or second, third, fourth year LeBron's, and those are enough to like drive value. And plus it's got like subsets of subsets of like Jordans and stuff, and those can be really valuable. So maybe I'm being proven wrong a little bit in this theory, but I do worry that like after a certain amount of time, the odds that any random unopened box of cards is a pile of trash is like 95%. If you look at historic values. So so there's that. But on the other hand, if you take something like, I don't know, 86 Flair basketball, I mean, that stuff is just it just always goes up. It's kind of like T206 Honus Wagner cards. Like they just always go up. Like if you were super wealthy and you wanted to make an investment that was kind of fun, if you like baseball, and has a decent shot of like giving you maybe like a 2 or 3x return on your money over maybe a 4 to 5 year span, and is almost certain to at least hold its value, I would say go buy a Wagner rookie, and I think that's exactly what they're doing, and that's why those things never go up, because somebody's like, there's such demand for them among the super wealthy. But anyways, that's totally off topic. The 86 Flair basketball is something where I feel like the value of that product is just it's unassailable. Like it can't be like detracted from, unless there's like I don't know, like a Great Depression or something, which has nothing to do with the product. It has more to do with just the economy generally. So if you can find a product that you think is going to have something in it like a Jordan rookie, and of course this is kind of what everybody tries to do, but truly can you do it? I don't know. I do think over maybe like a, I don't know, 3 to 5 year time frame, it's a lot easier to do than over a 10-year time frame. Everybody's hyped on Luka Doncic. Well, the road to ruin is paved with guys that were hyped up for their first like year or two or before they got in the league. I just remember all the guys from the early 90s when I paid attention to basketball last, and like just none of the rookies, not a single effing rookie in that class is worth like two pisses these days. So like it's hard for me to believe that all of a sudden the rookie classes are so good that like there's going to be a 70% of those rookies are going to have value in the sets that they're in like 10 years from now. So yeah, I don't know. Over the 5 to 10 year time frame, I would say if you like if you want to buy, I don't know, like a PSA graded 1986 Flair basketball pack, I don't think you're going to lose your money at all. I think you're going to hold the value, and I think you're likely to see that increase, especially because more and more people are opening that kind of stuff. Now, what do I think about, I don't know, 2018-19 Prism basketball? Well, that's a very interesting question, because if you look at the price of like a case of 18-19 Prism basketball, it's like ridiculously expensive. It's like $60,000-$70,000. But if you look at the price of a 2012 Prism basketball case, you're looking at like now $100,000 for that thing. So, if Luka Doncic is as good as we think he's going to be in 5-10 years now, then that 2018-19 Prism case is going to be worth, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 times what it's worth now. I would imagine, but that's a big if. I mean, as much as I like him, as much as I think he's going to have a good year this year, I've been collecting a long time, and I remember how freaking excited and crazy people were about Bo Jackson in 1990 or Jose Canseco in 1988. People thought those guys were going to be the next Babe Ruth, because they were just, really hot for a year or two, and they're just trash now. Like, they're just trash. And, I don't mean anything personally against Bo Jackson or Jose Canseco, and actually, Bo Jackson has a little bit of a following, so like some of his stuff in high grade is actually, got some value to it, but I mean, most of it is just not worth anything. So I don't know. I just think a lot of collectors these days, they just like, they don't remember, or they haven't had enough experience with guys who were the second coming of Jesus 1 year, and then 3 years later they were just, nobody gave a crap about them. I mean, like, look at Albert Pujols. Now, his stuff does have some value, like his 2001 Bowman auto cards. Those are valuable, but I think that they're not a fraction of the value, or they are a fraction. They're a very very small fraction of the value of like Mike Trout stuff. And if you compare like Pujols' young career, early career, to Mike Trout, you will see Pujols was like dang near as good, if not better, in some seasons than Trout. So is Trout gonna like, now he's in this long contract? Is he gonna just like fizzle out and kind of go from like a freaking A plus offensive threat to like a B minus for the last third of his contract? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, a lot of people swear on their children's lives that he will not, fizzle out. But guess what? Most of those people, I don't think, like, they haven't had the experience of like being a 25-year-old and then seeing what you feel like when you're 40 years old, especially if you're playing a professional sport. So, like, I don't know. I just think people underestimate the ability of professional athletes to absolutely crumble, and I think that really impacts the safety and like the sureness of an investment in wax. So there's a very long answer to your question. I think wax for me is like a medium-term hold. It's like a 2 to 4 year hold, and beyond that, I don't know, it gets risky, but can have a big payday. If you had bought 2012 Prism cases in the year or 2 years or 3 years or even 4 years after those things came out, at whatever prices they were going for then, you'd be sitting on a just huge heap of money right now. So there's that, right? But again, that's a shorter time frame than well, it's a 5-year time frame, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I have the cojones to do something like that crazy. All right. Hope everyone should be sleeping by now. Zombie Man, it's not your Thanksgiving. It's going well, thank you. I'm looking forward to getting some sleep here and starting the day fresh tomorrow. So Zach Malinchek says you can get lots of T206 cards for a good price. I don't think those will ever go down. Yeah, I mean that's I think vintage is any kind of vintage, especially of stars, is like hard to see that going down, right? Like it doesn't go up as fast as like modern basketball and modern everything, but it's hard to see it going down ever. And if you look at the price of key vintage cards, 5 years ago compared to today, I mean, there's really big increases in value there. And plus, like, who wouldn't get enjoyment out of owning like Mickey Mantle and Hank Aaron and Willie Mays cards? I mean, it's freaking amazing to have those cards in your possession. So yeah, I think in terms of safeness, vintage is hard to beat. But on the other hand, I bought a case of 2018 Prism Fast Break last year. 2019, I bought that for like $1,200. That case now is worth like $60,000 to $70,000. So can you do that in vintage? No, you cannot have that kind of increase. So you gotta diversify, I think, is the key. I have vintage and I have, I bought those Ty Cobb cards probably before I bought that case of Prism, and the Ty Cobb's cards have probably like doubled in value since I got them, and the Prism is whatever, freaking 40x or something like that. And I got the best of both worlds, I guess. But if one of them had dropped and the other had sort of still had its increase, I would have been fine too. HGSA 67K, yeah. The thing is though, I only have like 8 boxes left of that Fast Break case, and I don't think I've seen a case of that product in the last year. I've never even seen a case for sale, never mind a box of it. Blowout Cards has not had a box of that product in like probably 6 months. And like Steel City, I think is the only of the 3 sports card retailers that has a box listed, and they have it listed at like some ridiculous thing like $5,000. It's definitely not worth $5,000 right now, but it probably is worth $3,000. Let's go take a look, shall we? Find the right URL, because like, okay, there we go. I'll bring you over. Alright, let's go take a look. So like, look at this crap. $3,500 for a freaking retail box. That's like the lowest box. Oh, here we go. See, this is what I was talking about. So this is the product that I bought a case of last year. This is a single box selling for $5 grand. Now, I don't think it's worth $5 grand. I think these guys are like stupid overpriced on this, but I think these guys have like 1 or 2 boxes in stock, and I think they don't want to sell them until they're worth $5,000. So they just put it up and they put $5,000 on it, and you know, wait until the market comes up to meet. Is what's going on there. Yeah, I mean 2018 Prism. Good lord, look at this. Hobby box. This is not a photo box. This is a regular hobby box for $7,500 now. You look at that price, and then you look at the price of 2019 Prism basketball. This stuff is only you know, $3,000, right? So if Ja Morant or Zion, or maybe, you know, one of the other guys in here gets like super hot and you know, maybe looks like the next Luka, you know, are these boxes going to double in value so they're worth $7,000? Maybe. I mean, if one of those things happens, I think the answer is probably. So, you know, do you want to take that bet? Well, I don't know. You have $3,000 burning a hole in your pocket that you want to let ride, then, you know, maybe you do want to make that bet. Yeah, boy, 2019 Prism stuff is just really on the rise again. Even like this draft stuff is going. It's like expensive. And by the way, this is all still down from like the highs of August of this year. Look at these retail packs, $55. You get at least one of these packs, possibly 2, in each of my variety boxes. Oh man, I lost my page. But anyways, I have basketball variety boxes on my page. And you get one of those Prism retail packs in it. Alright, HGSC, this will probably be the last comment I'm going to read here, and then I'm going to check out. HGSCA says it still mazes. The cards were doable with allowance type money in the 80s or so, and how much that has changed. Yeah, totally. I mean, I remember when I was a kid, I would only buy like Tops because you know, Tops was like 25 cents a pack or whatever it was, 35 cents a pack. And like, you know, Donruss and Fleer, you could never find just in, you know, at retail. So you had to buy it from your local card shop, and they would always mark it up just a bit, and those packs would be like 75 or 80 cents a pack, and I was like, why the hell am I going to spend 75 cents or 80 cents on a pack of Donruss when I can get like 2 or 3 packs of Tops for that price? I'm definitely getting the Tops. So I've always been a value buyer. Yeah. I remember going to my local like a convenience store in my neighborhood, and I remember remember seeing like 87 Fleer basketball for sale, and I bought like 2 packs because like at the time there was no baseball cards, that they were selling, and I was just jonesing for some cards, and I was like, well, okay, maybe I'll get a Michael Jordan. I don't really know who anybody else is, but I'll try it. So I got those. Yeah, those packs are worth like probably, I don't know, $600 now a piece. So even with allowance money, you could have bought some real sweet stuff. All right, guys, it's late here. I want to kind of get off to bed here and leave you all to your evening. So thanks so much for hanging out here with me on Thanksgiving. I hope everyone's doing great. Maybe I will try to get some Black Friday specials up on the website tomorrow. If not, then maybe for Cyber Monday, as they call it. And yeah, hopefully we'll be able to put together some nice deals for everybody. So thanks so much for coming, everybody. Have a great evening. Happy Thanksgiving. And we will see you all next time. All right, bye now.